everyone! I'm so excited to see you again. This week is all about our solar system. We're going to learn about planets and the sun and the stars and the moon, all where we live in the big area of space. So I'm very excited today because I love learning about all of those things. Okay, so what do we do every time? We sing our hello song. Are you ready? Okay. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful, I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm not so good. I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm not so good. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? Yay! How are you today? Yeah, I sometimes feel the same. I am feeling good today. So now we're going to have our first book. Are you ready? It's a book about our solar system. It's called Professor Astrocat's Solar System by Dr. Dominic Walliman and Ben Newman. Welcome to our solar system. Hello, planet explorers. We're about to set off on a tour of our solar system. Look at that view. The solar system first began as a giant cloud of dust and gas. It slowly joined together to make the sun and 8 planets. The planets all move in circles called orbits around the sun. It is a star, and our first stop, off we go. The sun. Sunglasses on, everyone. Remember not to look directly at the sun. The light is so bright that it could damage your eyes. We see the sun travel across the sky every day, but it's not really moving. It's actually the Earth that's spinning round and round. The sun is a giant fireball. It gives light and heat to all living things on Earth. Phew, it's too hot here. Next up, Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun and the smallest planet in our solar system. It has no atmosphere. This means that it's not protected against asteroids and comets. Its surface is covered in holes. We learned a lot about Mercury from a space probe called Messenger. It showed that there is ice on Mercury. Pretty cool, huh? Venus. Be careful, explorers. We've arrived on Venus, the hottest planet. The atmosphere is very thick here, and it rains deadly acid. The first space probe we sent to Venus saw a surface covered in volcanoes and lava plains. Mercury and Venus are the only planets that don't have any moons orbiting them. They must be lonely. Earth. This is my favorite planet of all. Earth. It's the perfect distance from the sun for liquid water to exist. All plants and animals need water to live. When one side of Earth faces the sun, we call this daytime. The side facing away experiences nighttime. A full day and night lasts 24 hours, as that is how long it takes Earth to spin around once. The moon is our closest neighbor in space. It takes up about a month to orbit around the Earth. Seeing red, we've made it on to Mars. Mars is a very dry planet, like a desert. Its red color comes from the rocks on its surface. There are marks on the surface of Mars that show where water flows. This has made scientists wonder if there used to be life on Mars. Mars has the tallest mountain in the solar system. It's called Olympus Mons, and it is almost 3 times taller than Mount Everest. Asteroids and comets. Next stop, Jupiter. But before we can get there, we need to pass through this asteroid belt. Hang on tight. Asteroids are chunks of rock and ice that come from this area between Mars and Jupiter. Look over there at those comets. Sometimes they get pulled towards the sun, leaving icy trails behind them. Jupiter. Whew, we made it. The last 4 planets in our solar system are mostly made of gases. We can't land on their surface as we would fall straight through. Quite right, but this planet is so big it's better to see from a distance. Here is the giant Jupiter. There are over 60 moons orbiting Jupiter. One of them, Europa, is the most likely place in the solar system to have extraterrestrial life. Saturn, what a jewel! All of the gas planets have rings, but Saturn's are the biggest in the solar system. They are made of tiny chunks of ice. Saturn is the furthest planet from Earth that can easily be seen without a telescope. Guess what? Even though Saturn is really big, it could float on water. Uranus is the only planet in our solar system that spins on its side. Something huge must have crashed into it billions of years ago. Uranus is so far away from the sun that it gets 42 years of constant sunlight followed by 42 years of total darkness. That's a long winter. Scientists think that there are millions of diamonds floating at the planet's center, but we would have to get through the boiling hot ocean first. Neptune. The final stop, everybody. This is Neptune, the furthest away planet in our solar system. It takes a whopping 165 Earth years to orbit around the sun. Neptune is named after the Roman god of the sea because it's a beautiful blue color. The wind on the surface of this planet is the fastest in the whole solar system. Observing the solar system and beyond. What a trip! Now that we're on Earth, let's study the planets and the stars. Almost everything we know about space can be discovered through telescopes. They help us see things that are very far away. The most famous telescope is the Hubble telescope. It has seen the farthest into the depths of space. Good luck, planet explorers, and remember, knowledge awaits. Yay! So now we're going to sing some songs all about the planets. Are you ready? Okay. This song sounds like London bridges. Are you ready? Okay. The planets spin around the sun, around the sun, around the sun. The planets spin around the sun. We live here on Earth. The sun is found in the middle, in the middle, in the middle. The sun is found in the middle. It keeps us all so warm. The stars are twinkling far away, far away, far away. The stars are twinkling far away. Now make a wish. Yay! Okay, so now this is about 4 little stars. Are you ready? Okay. 4 little stars winking at me. 1 shot off and then there were 3. 3 little stars with nothing to do. 1 shot off and then there were 2. 2 little stars afraid of the sun. 1 shot off and then there was 1. 1 little star alone is no fun. It shot off and then there was none. Yay! Okay, so now we're going to do Twinkle Twinkle, but it's a little different. Okay. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I know what you really are. A giant ball of glowing gas, 1 of billions in a mass. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, oh, how big you really are. Twinkle, twinkle, giant star, larger than the earth by far. Since your distance is a lot, you look like a tiny dot. Twinkle, twinkle, giant star, very bright yet very far. Stars are twinkling, every one, some are bigger than the sun. Just a twinkle in the sky, just because you're oh so high. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, oh, how big you really are. Yay! So now we're going to make a craft about the solar system and space travel. Are you ready? Okay, this is what you will need. For this craft, you will need different pieces of colored paper. some finger paint, a marker, scissors, glue, and some white paint. I'm using a bingo dabber. Do you have what you need? Okay, maybe you don't want to make it now. Maybe you'll make it later, and that's fine too. But you can just watch me and see what to do. Okay, so first you're gonna need to take the paint that you have and you're gonna paint your hand. You're gonna paint the hand so it's all full of paint. And then you're gonna take one of the pieces of paper and you're gonna push your hand into the middle, like this. I picked a black piece of paper and green paint. So now that you have your handprint, we're gonna change it and we're gonna make it into a rocket. Are you ready? Okay, so then you're gonna take one colored piece of paper and you're going to cut out and draw the top of the rocket, so a triangle. So you're gonna draw a triangle. So we're gonna draw a triangle. I think I'll make it a bit bigger. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then you also want the sides of the rocket. So I'm going to draw sort of a curved shape to make that part of the rocket. And they look like that, like those ones. So now I'm going to cut them out with my scissors. And then you're going to take your glue and you're going to put some glue on the triangle and put it on the top of the handprint. Okay, and then I'm going to take my two pieces of the bottom of the rocket and cut them out. Okay, so I have the two pieces and I'm going to glue those. Glue them onto the bottom part of the handprint. Okay. So now you have the top of the rocket and the bottom parts. So now we need the fire that's gonna make it shoot off. So we're gonna make the rocket boosters at the bottom. So I'm gonna take a different color and make sort of two cone-ish shapes, two cylinder shapes. Kind of look like pasta, like macaroni. And I'm gonna cut them out. There's one. They look like that. And then we're going to take them and put them side by side and put them and glue them down. So they look like that. And now we So I'm going to draw some sort of fire that's going down. You can always ask if you need help to draw these things, because sometimes it can be hard, but there's lots of family around you that can help you. So they kind of look like this, and they can look like whatever you want. But these are what mine look like. And then you're gonna cut them out again. And I'm gonna cut the other one out. Okay, so they look like this. And then I'm going to glue them onto my rocket, the bottom, where all of the fire goes. When it takes off and goes blast off. And there you go. There's my rocket. What's your rocket look like? Maybe you'll change the colors or change how big it is, or you could use your foot to put it down, or your hand, or even just a couple of fingers, whatever you want to do. My area is now so dirty, so I need to change and clean it up. Are you ready to sing the cleanup song? Clean up, everybody everywhere. Clean up, everybody do their share. So I will keep my rocket there, and I will clean up all of my stuff. Oh, I forgot! If you want to make some stars, you can take some white paint and dab it around so they're kind of like stars. There. Now we have stars. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down. So now it's all clean. So now we're gonna have some more songs. Are you ready? Okay, so this song sounds like When Johnny Come Marching Home. Are you ready? They're about the planets. The planets revolve around the sun, hurrah, hurrah. The planets revolve around the sun, hurrah, hurrah. The planets revolve around the sun, they spin on their axes, everyone, and they all go spinning around, around they go. Mercury and Venus, Earth and Mars, hurrah, hurrah. Mercury and Venus, Earth and Mars, hurrah, hurrah. Mercury and Venus, Earth and Mars, all whirling and twirling among the stars. And they all go spinning around, around they go. Jupiter and Saturn are next in line, hurrah, hurrah. Jupiter and Saturn are next in line, hurrah, hurrah. Jupiter and Saturn are next in line. Uranus, Neptune are just fine. And they all go spinning around, around they go. Yay! Okay, so now I have a song that sounds like The Farmer in the Dell, but it's about all of our planets. Are you ready? Okay. The family of the sun, Here are 8 planets in the family of the sun. Mercury is hot and Mercury is small. Mercury has no atmosphere, it's just a rocky ball. Venus has thick clouds that hide what is below. The air is foul, the ground is hot, it rotates very slow. We love the earth, our home, its oceans and its trees. We eat its food, we breathe its air, so no pollution, please. Mars is very red, it's also dry and cold. Someday you might visit Mars if you're really bold. Great Jupiter is big, we've studied it a lot. We found that it has lots of moons and a big red spot. Saturn has great rings. We wondered what they were. Now we know they're icy rocks, which we saw as a blur. Uranus is far. It's cold and greenish blue. We found it rotates sideways and has lots of moons. Neptune has a spot, a stormy patch of blue. The planet has a lot of clouds and rings around it too. Yay! So now we're going to do a song that sounds almost the same, but we're going to talk about something very different. We're talking about how the Earth and the moon and the sun, they revolve differently around each other. Are you ready? Okay. The earth turns around, the earth turns around. Once a day, every day, the earth turns around. The moon goes round the earth, the moon goes round the earth. Once a month, every month, the moon goes round the earth. The earth goes round the sun, the earth goes round the sun. Once a year, every year, the earth goes round the sun. Yay! Okay, so now we're going to have another book. This one is called Chicken in Space. By Adam Lehrhardt, illustrated by Shawner Cover. Zoe wasn't like the other chickens. She had dreams. She had a plan. She had a pig. Put your hat on, Sam, said Zoe. We're going to space. Before lunch, asked Sam. Before pie? Is that a good idea? But Zoe was already off. Henry, said Zoe, come to space with us. No thanks, said Henry. I've got space right here. Not open space, said Zoe. Outer space. Pip, said Zoe, come to space with us. Sounds dangerous, said Pip. Not dangerous, said Zoe. An adventure. Clara, said Zoe, come to space with us. You don't have a ship, said Clara. You can't go to space without a ship. Not a problem, said Zoe. An opportunity. Zoe always finds a way, said Sam. Look, Sam, I found a ship, said Zoe. Of course you did, said Sam. Chicken in space. Wow, said Zoe, space is beautiful. So is pie, said Sam. See any pie? Zoe looked. Watch out for the ball, said Sam. Not a ball, shouted Zoe. An asteroid. Watch out for the kite, said Sam. Not a kite, said Zoe. A comet. Watch out for the bird, said Sam. Not bird, said Zoe. Alien attack ships. We're going down, yelled Sam. Prepare for landing, said Zoe. Perfect, said Zoe. Zoe to ground control. I repeat, Zoe to ground control. We made a perfect landing. Perfect, asked Sam. There isn't any pie. Back at the barn, the animals gathered to hear about Zoe and Sam's big adventure. We went to space, said Sam. We were hit by an asteroid. We dodged a comet, and we battled aliens. Everyone was impressed. How'd you do it? Asked Clara. Zoe always finds a way, said Sam. I wish we found some pie. Zoe tapped Sam's shoulder. For me? Asked Sam. Is it pie? Not just a pie, said Zoe. A moon pie. Sam broke off a piece of his pie for Zoe, but she was already planning their next adventure. Yay! So now we're gonna sing our goodbye song, and I will see you next week. I hope you had fun and you made your wonderful rocket ship. Are we ready for the goodbye song? Okay. The day is done and we had fun. The day is done and we had fun. We'll see you again next week. But for now, the day is done. Bye, guys. I'll see you later.